before I can settle, I need to rescue somebody. I need to rescue somebody.
I just wanna fly, babe. Take me to the moon. Give anything just to get to you. Put me in the sky, maybe. We can change the rules. Tell me what it is you wanna do. Cause I just wanna fly, baby. Maybe I can buy wings and figure out how to use them things.
Yeah, you hopping on the meeting. Okay, don't throw it. Give it to daddy. Don't throw it. Don't throw it. Hand it to me. Thank you. Yeah, everything's been paid. We had one. So we had the 2 in February. So one on the 14th of February, one on the 27th. And then I ordered beginning of last week. That's due by the 24th. All right, meeting is done. Mom is off to work, and it is daddy and Hatcher time. We're actually mom's gonna meet up here so we can go on a walk over at the park, get some steps in, get this little guy outside. But I need to eat first, so we're gonna eat. Yeah. Yeah, that's you. So I need to eat, feed this little one something, and then we're going on a walk. It's a beautiful day.
Open up your eyes, baby. Yeah, love. I said I never knew a love like this. Gotta be something for me to write this. I'm yours.
Alrighty, so on today's episode of That Didn't Go Like I Planned It, so got packed up, got mom in the car, got Dilly in the car, Stroller in the car, Hatcher in the car. We get to the park, and we have a nail in the tire. And it definitely came from the park just because they're doing a bunch of construction, and that nail is brand spanking new. It wasn't even like all the way in my tire. So I was like, well, you know, it's about 45 minutes before the closest discount tire closes. I know these wheels are insured, so let's run over there. Cool, we get there. Yep. Tire's got a nail in it. Showed the guy. Can I see it from here? There it is. There is our culprit. So with that being said, I was like, okay, cool. We can swap this out. I know they're under warranty. They're like, yep, it's a weird angle, so we can't patch it, but your tire's under warranty. We get you a new one. Bet. Typing in computer work, doing this, whatever. By the way, you've lived out the life of these tires, yada, yada. They should all be replaced. Of course they should. I'm right. Guy says, oh, well, the earliest we could do it is 8:15. I was like, that's not going to work. It's like 6 something. I got my mom, my son, my dog in the car. We can't just wait around for like 2.5 hours. Plus, I got to put Hatcher down to bed at like 7:30. So that just was not going to happen. So, drove it home, scheduled an appointment for tomorrow morning. So I'm just going to drive Luis's car, the Mazda, to work. But after I get off work, shoot up Discount Tire because it's literally 5 minutes away, and then all this will be solved.
Sign, still deliver with the kiss. One night away, you the type I'd miss. Well, I guess I mean misses. Got my 3 wishes, feels like a free pension. No matter what I do, you keep giving. Life, love, and the pursuit of what bliss is. Road tripping, in it for the long haul. Never thought my whole life would change with that phone call. Small conversation developed in a long talk. Was once a house turned into a home walk with me.
One Sunday morning, the warm sun came up and pop. You want some more chips? You're welcome, baby. Can I have a kiss? I love you. I love you. Okay, daddy's gotta make food. Being a dad is the hardest thing that I would never trade for the world. Because there are a lot of days where I am mad tired. And, you know, you still got to keep showing up. It's all worth it. Very much all worth it. You know, you're helping somebody develop into the person they're going to be. And as much as you're like, oh, you know, they're little, they may not be taking things in. This kid listens. This kid is smart. He knows what's going on. I'll say, like, one of the tough things that I'm struggling with is just, like, the messes. Like, I'm no neat freak. But I am somebody that's like, there's a place for everything and everything goes in this place. But when you have a child, that's not a thing. You know, they want it all out everywhere. He wants to stomp through it. He wants to pull every book out of the shelf. He wants to have every car out in a pile and then separate it. And you got to be like, he's exploring, which is true. Does not change the fact of my own feelings of being like, I can't focus when it's crazy. Louisa does her best to take care of the house when she's here with him. It's hard because he's like this the whole time. So you try to do something and he's just like hugging your legs together. But you make it work because he's adorable. The other week we were playing outside and he fell and like bumped his head on one of the cement steps. And I remember like, you know, a kid gets hurt and you try to react to it, but that makes them like fearful. So one thing that I've had to really do is not react and just be like, you're good, brush it off, you're all good. I saw the red mark on his head and I got really emotional because I'm like, man, like my mom is a freak-outer. Love my mom to death, but like she gets flustered very, very easily. And because of that, like I get flustered very, very easily. But, you know, you try not to pass down your bad habits or the things you're insecure about to other people. How can I help you, baby? What do you want? Yeah, that's the stove, or that's the oven. Yeah, so I was saying, like, you don't want to pass on the traumas or bad habits that you have to your kid, so you try to do better. And I just remember, like, he fell, he brushed it off, like a little bit of whining, but he was all good. In my head, I just remember being like, man, you're gonna be so strong. Like, you're gonna be so much stronger than your dad, emotionally and psychologically, just because nobody did the damage that your parents did. You want another chip? You're welcome, baby. But you hear that like cute little thank you? Oh, it doesn't get any better than that. Honestly, it's really cool to be like, you know what? I give him so much love, and it's absolutely right that there's nothing like a child's love. Like, it's so pure, and it doesn't matter what you did. Sometimes when you're late or you're upset, they don't even care. They're really just like, you're my dad, you're my mom, I love you to the end of the earth. So for dinner tonight, because I'm really just taking care of myself, there's a little bit left over for Louisa, but I'm just doing turkey burgers, Dave's Killer Buns, some ketchup, mustard, lettuce, tomato, onion. Yeah, just a couple of burgers to make sure I get my last little meal in. I'll probably have a after dinner meal as well because I eat like that once Louisa gets home and he's nice and asleep. But this food's got to go down a little bit. If I were to talk to myself before Hatcher was born, like you guys have seen in past videos, I talk about how I felt prepared on one extent for him to come as far as like making peace with myself. I had no idea how hard it would be because a child is a 24/7 job no matter how you feel. Luckily, I have an amazing significant other and family support, so it's really, I got a good situation, but not everybody has that. And I definitely say, like, you gotta not lose yourself in it. I mean, I fully identify as a dad. Trust and believe, I wear my dad gang stuff proudly. Link in description, save yourself 15% off if you use my link. I wear my dad gang stuff proudly, but I'm also still a person. There's also still my own things I'm fighting through and trying to get better at. And a child will show you all of those things because they're just really curious and they want to know everything and they're still learning and they have no words to express what's going on. So you really got to be patient and work on yourself and make sure that you're doing the things to fill your cup to where you can come home and give them everything that they need. Balloon. Can you sign ball? Yeah, there you go. You want that? Here. There you go, homie. You're welcome. Oh, see that? Thank you. He also, when he says no, is really cute too. I'm not gonna say it too loud, but he just, no. And you're like, oh, well, since you said it so nicely. But, you know, first time being a dad, first time being a toddler dad, so we're learning each other and we're figuring it out. I've been trying to make it back to that park and it just hasn't worked. It hasn't worked. And then today, obviously had the nail in the tire. You keep rolling with the punches. We'll get back there. Mom was awesome. She was helping entertain Hatcher while I went to Discount Tire and talked to the rep and figured out all that situation. And now we're back home. We walked around the neighborhood a little bit. I'm trying to get him to play with his toys solo while I can make this food, but I also need to start cleaning. So I would like for the house to, at least the main walking pathways or some big things, look not like a hurricane came through. Hurricane Hatcher! Hatcher, Hatcher, Hatcher. Yeah, this guy. Playing games, having the most fun. Anyways, I'm gonna finish cooking, put this little one to bed. I wanna say thank you for being here for kind of just a day in life, really. Nothing eventful, but I hope you guys got a little peek into what a regular day looks like. I got more content coming for you. I gotta be on full dad mode, wrap up the night. I love you guys, and be the best you, because the world needs that. Whew, alrighty, it is the next day, and I drove the Mazda so I can go up to Discount Tire and get this nail situation taken care of. Today is a spread out but busy day, so just knocked out morning shift stuff. It was leg day here. Jessica opened us up. Elena closed us out. Outside of making some sales calls, I had a couple of onboarding appointments where we meet with the people who are starting a program. We do an in-body scan so we know what their current composition looks like. We talk through kind of our guidelines of how we like to handle food and nutrition, but we also really try to meet somebody where they're at. So it's a lot of asking questions to find out what your day-to-day looks like and where we need to either add in or subtract something to start balancing out people's plates. As well as if there's any supplement recommendations that come along with that, and just making sure that they know what the next kind of course of the 6 weeks is gonna be. Now, I know if you listen to the internet, they'll tell you like, oh, 6-week programs are terrible. False. Ask anybody who programs, what are the intervals you program in? 6, 8, 12 weeks. Yes, do you plan on doing it long term? Of course, but we're in the first step to fitness space where let's start you with 6 weeks, let's get you some baseline habits, and then we go from there with another 6 weeks. So it makes sense. We do boot camp classes, but as you can see, we've got rigs, we got rowers, I've got kettlebells, and everything you need to get a good quality workout in. And all my trainers are certified, so they can definitely help you out. If the classes aren't your jam, we also do one-on-one training and things. So we've got a full private facility here in our franchise of the Camp Transformation Center. We did that. I'm about to go knock out this tire business, and then we've got Hatcher's nap time. I don't know how long this tire is going to take, so that's going to be the next however long. So probably do some like window shopping in the shopping center, something like that. Maybe knock out a little bit more work things. This afternoon, we have our admin meetings. We'll be hopping on Zoom with Luisa and Elena to talk about today's team meeting, plus kind of what's going forward so that we're prepped. Then tonight, we have a team meeting where we get everybody together, go through some updates. We did a feedback form for the beginning of the year, kind of like Q1, to hear like what the community is saying, where we've got room for improvement, what we're doing really well. So we're gonna be going over all that with the team. Yeah, we're gonna do some deep cleaning tonight just because we need to deep clean this gym and get all hands on deck. You know, many hands make light work. So it's a busy Friday, and I'm gonna take you guys along, but I want to give you some coaching. So let me give you some coaching real quick. I've got some advice for coaches and for clients because I deal with both of them on a regular basis. For my coaches, if you are a personal trainer, you are a group exercise trainer, if you work with people, I really hope you're putting in the time outside of the gym to make sure you're delivering a quality product. When somebody is paying you to essentially valet their body with your services, because you're the one who went to school, you're the one who has the knowledge, you need to make sure that you're actually guiding them the right way. This is why courses and programs and trainers sometimes get a bad rep, is because not all of them have been mentored or taught how to actually work with a coach. They just took an online course, or they've been in the gym a long time. No one's actually said this is how you add value to a program and make the additional funds that someone's investing in you actually make sense for them. So you got to be a little bit more organized. If you are somebody who's pulling from a community like our boot camp space to go into one-on-one, remember that the investment is for more. They don't want to come in and do the same thing just with you. They're looking for something that's a lot more tailored to what their process is, what the results are that they're looking for. So you got to do some planning, and you got to ask a bunch of questions and be ready to pivot. Not every day is going to be a pedal to the floor day. Sometimes you need recovery, and all the time you need the mindset work. Again, they're hiring you because these are places that they are deficient, that they're hoping that you can help them grow. So it's going to take more than just the counting of reps and sets. That is not being a trainer. You need to make sure that you are actually holding them accountable, that you're coaching them through their hurdles, that you're giving them good advice that's actually going to be able to be implemented into their process. So coaches, that's for you. Clients, I need you to listen to your coaches. If you have a good coach who's spelled something out for you, the program's not the problem. It's the adherence. There it is, the adherence. The program definitely does work. Clients, follow your program. So this morning, I met with one of my clients who I meet with on a regular basis. If you're just a member here, we do monthly check-ins. We sit down, we go over your stats, we really game plan. And I've been going back and forth with her a long time. She's got a shoulder injury, but she's kick-ass. She's so dope. She was a gymnast all growing up. Now into her later years, she wants to just stay fit, but her shoulder always gives her issues. So we've worked to our capacity on how we could help, but we definitely pointed in the directions of some other professionals. She went and got some Airosty, and which is essentially just like a deep sports massage that like really, it's not the funnest thing, but it definitely solves the problem. But one thing I appreciate about her is that I tell clients all the time, don't just go see your doctor, because your doctor is going to tell you that you need to get an MRI and they're going to suggest cutting something up. Your body has everything that it needs before you start going in and start removing stuff. So I definitely exercise and tell people do all the holistic things before you go and start cutting stuff out, because there's somebody who can help you along the way using what your body already has. The whole point I was getting to, outside of her injury, we've been working with her macros, and a lot of the things I get from clients is it's so much food. No, it's not. You're used to starving yourself, or just not giving your body the balanced plate that it needs. Most people severely undereat in protein. Most people severely overeat in fats. If you are just somebody who is just of the world, you eat out a lot, you're fast food, this, that, and the third, normal conditioning is not meant for our health. They're aiming for flavor. They're aiming for something that's irresistible that you have to come back and get again, because they're trying to make money. They don't care about your waistline. They don't care about your BMI. They don't care about your body fat percentage. I do. My coaches do. Your trainers do. Your gym does. So we set you up for success that way. You're just not used to it. So it's going to take some time. You're going to bump your head. You're going to run into some hurdles, and it's going to be an uphill battle until you make those lifestyle changes that make it just a part of your routine. So in her being like her macros are too much food, it's too much food, I'm like, trust me, it's not. And we keep giving her feedback, because every time you log something, myself or my staff is giving feedback through our online platform. And we've always been coaching her of like the good days she hits her protein, when she gets all her carbs in, when she gets all her fats in. Lately, the last few weeks, she has been money on her calories. She hopped on the InBody today, up in muscle, down in body fat percentage. And she was very surprised. And I told her, when we program these things, we are programming your macros already with the deficit built in. So you trying to say, let me not fill these bars or complete these circles, you're throwing off what the program is. We already predetermined that. Now you're right back into not feeding yourself enough. So I need you to hit that target goal and know that your body's going to do exactly what it's supposed to do when it has the materials that it needs. So yeah, that's my client tip. Listen to your coaches, track your food. It's not the program, it's your consistency and adherence. I'm gonna go take care of this tire, and then I'll catch up with you guys in a second. And boom, just like that, we are back in the car. That actually didn't take that much time at all. So in the shopping center, there's a Five Below, a Dollar Tree, and a Target. And anytime I'm here, I can't help but go look for some Hot Wheels for myself and Hatcher. So that gave me an excuse, a reason to go check it out, walk around a little bit. So I got a couple of things. My kind of rule of thumb with Hot Wheels is that I never just shop for myself. I got to get something for Hatcher as well. And I don't chase for money or nothing like that. I really just get the cars that I like, that I think are cool. So I add them to my displays and stuff like that. And right now I've got more cars than displays. But again, that gives me a reason to get more displays at some point. It's just my little hobby thing, you know. Some people do hats and guns and quarters, and everybody can collect something. I like Hot Wheels. 1/64th scale die-cast vehicles, if you will. Other than that, we are gonna, Hatcher's being put down right now, so I can't really be like, oh, I'm gonna go hang out with Hatcher. But I'm actually gonna get this car washed and then just head to the house and chill and work on the few things I gotta do before ramping back up in a couple hours. So I'll see y'all back at the house. All right, so we're back home. I sat down just for a second to just stop my body for a moment. But before I can settle, I need to rescue somebody. Told you we replanted my Monstera. We got like one of these little guy. He wasn't a part of like the big bundles, so we put him in a pot. And Luisa goes, "Oh, I want him in my office." So I was like, "Cool, bet. You can put some foliage, some greenery in your library. Bet." Hatcher got away for a couple of seconds and ripped him out. And for the last 48 hours, he's been chilling here. And I just can't toss him. I've gotten too attached. I have gotten so attached to my plants to where I'm just like, I want you guys to thrive. And little man didn't deserve this. He was a victim of a child, of a toddler. And I'm trying to save him real quick. So I'm gonna set you guys up. I'm gonna try to get him repotted in his plant, throw some water in there, and hopefully he survives. But I don't know if he's going back in the library. He might just go back in my office or try to find a different space, but I'm not done with you yet. I don't necessarily want dirt under my nails all day long. So throwing gloves on, I'm gonna see if I can just kind of like scoop some out and then get him back put in there. Cause he's got some roots, man. He's still got a little bit of life to him. Maybe not, probably not. Oh, I got you, dude. We're gonna get you back in a safe home. So we did a combination of like river pebbles or water pebbles in with the soil, just because the pebbles help the soil gets too packed in tight. I found out they won't grow super well. Like dry and overly wet soil will pack in and air can't get through. So if you put the rocks in here, it creates a little bit of space. You don't want the rocks at the bottom. You want them kind of mixed in a little bit. This is all stuff I learned just via YouTube and ChatGPT. So not an herbologist, or I don't even know what they call these people who handle these things, but tucked in there nicely. We even had a steak in there that he was Velcroed to for some support. Throw that back in there. Just packing that down there. Some more of the soil on here. And I hope it'll be all right, man. The cool thing about these pots, I got these from Walmart, but at the bottom there's like a reservoir thing, so you can fill it with water and it will drain. There's some space for it to drain. Oh, and actually, scrolling through Facebook, you know how helpful Facebook is. This weekend, we actually have a special plant thing happening in downtown. It's not that far from us, so sent it to Lisa, sent it to Andrew and Sydney, because they are our partners in crime, and they do plants with us. So we're gonna see about us going through and checking that out. Maybe they'll give me something cool, some ideas. All right, you are replanted. Let's get you in some water. Oh, and just like that, my man is taken care of. He's back in the soil. I'm gonna throw some more water in here so it can all kind of bind and he can start doing his thing. The cool thing was the top was dry, but the bottom was still nice and moist. So I hope that's a good sign. But trying to see if we can give my man a second life after he was attacked. Louisa, I was letting her know I was doing it. She was like, we could probably save him. I just didn't have the capacity for it. And I'm like, that is so fair. Like, one thing about my relationship is that we really try to be on the thought process of zero expectations. Like, if everything you do is only a benefit and bonus, I'm not gonna come with any preconceived expectations, because that's where it throws everything off. So that could be, I go to work and I come home, the house could be a mess, dinner could not be done. But if my child is happy and loved and all that kind of stuff, there's zero expectation. If I come home and everything is done, bet, that's awesome. I love that. I can relax a little bit faster now, but there's no point tallying or anything like that. It's really zero expectation, because I know that we wouldn't be in this relationship if we both weren't going to be giving it our 100% that we have that day, that we have towards each other, and nothing is done out of spite. Every now and then we'll play a little tit for tat, but even like in that conversation, almost immediately we'll say like, okay, I'm sorry, that was me taking a jab. It wasn't appropriate. I'm sorry, we can cut this off here. It doesn't need to go any further. That's what mature adults do. So I'm gonna get this guy in some water. I need to eat, but I don't necessarily have a full appetite, but I need to eat something. And then, yeah, we'll continue on with the day. If you haven't already, if you know a dad, you are a dad, get him a dad gang hat, you guys. This is like my daily driver hat. I wear this one and the white athletic one that you see me that I run in, but I have a bunch of these hats that I wear casually, but this is the one that I can sweat in, wear it to the gym. It's black, so it matches everything. So get the man in your life a dad gang hat. Use my link in the description. You'll get 15% off. All right, and that is the end of our admin meeting. I am ordering our meal for our full team meeting, and that takes place in about an hour. So the day continues. Like I mentioned, it is a mellow but busy day. Oh, what's this? What's going on here? Hello? What are you doing? Alrighty, we are changed and we are headed out to this meeting. I have to grab food first, so we're going to a place called Teriyaki Madness. Just like a bowl place. You can get like teriyaki chicken or beef and rice and vegetables and stuff like that. So easily consumable and scalable food for fitness people. None of us are like currently like strictly dieting, or a lot of us count macros, but yeah, it's still plenty of food and calories to go around. So I gotta put gas in the truck. I need to pick up that food because I already ordered it, and then we'll be at the gym to have our meeting with everybody else. So yeah, we'll give you like a sneak peek of that and kind of just some of the things we go over. Essentially, it's like planning things that we go over, as well as I think I mentioned we did a feedback form, so we're giving everybody kind of like the general feedback that we need as a full gym. I hope y'all can hear me. When I did one-on-ones the other week, I took the like direct feedback things where like the community called out somebody by name or things like that. I talked to people about that in their one-on-ones. So this is more so like a full communal. This is what the gym's got to do. This is what we as a team want to execute on. And this is the feedback that we can all take to do better. Along with our team is majority trainers right now. Elena's a hybrid. Obviously, me and Luisa are hybrid. We've got one dedicated front desk, but we have 4 trainers. So yeah, a lot of it's going to be more training focused and just trying to make sure that we're delivering the best service that we can. So, along with, like I said, a few other updates. So Friday's moving and grooving. Like Mondays and Fridays tend to be my busiest days, and then like it kind of fluctuates Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, just because it all depends on, do we have a theme day that's going on, or there's certain things that we're rolling out, or program starting. Because some of it, like Monday we have a program starting, so Tuesday and Wednesday will be a lot of like tying up loose ends, dotting the I's, crossing the T's, making sure everybody has what they need. And then it'll kind of slow down by Thursday, and then it'll be a little bit slower next Friday because everything's kind of started and in motion. But this is on the gym. I don't think I have my phone. Sick. Well, that's how you know you're doing too much trying to get out the house, when you forget your phone. Well, luckily food's already paid for it, so I have my wallet, but I don't need my Apple Pay. I'm gonna be meeting up with Luisa, who is the person who I need to communicate with most of the time. I've got my iPads. Once I get to the gym, I can get messages and stuff like that on Wi-Fi. But yeah, your boy doesn't have his phone. Oh well. Say like with this truck, one of the things I don't love about this truck is that it takes so much for gas. I'm so used to having like Goldie or the Mazda that can like Goldie fills up with like 25, 30. Mazda's good with like 35, 40. This thing's like 50 bucks, 55 bucks. And I'm just like, bro, this is a 4-cylinder, but it's a bigger vehicle. And I'm just like, I don't love it, but it is what it is. This thing has already definitely been like a good improvement as far as like we've been able to gather a bunch of things, we've been able to move things for the gym. So like it was a good purchase. Like this was definitely the third car solution that we needed. But man, anyways, I know there's people with bigger trucks that cost even more, but I'm not used to it, so I'm gonna complain a little bit. Honestly, I don't even think that's full, to be real with you. All the way to 50. I think there's about like a 15-gallon tank in this thing, so yeah, it could have been a little bit more. Alrighty, and we are back home. I was supposed to show you guys some of the team meeting and the stuff that we did, but going to pick up the food and hitting traffic, just trying to get the like 3 miles back to the gym took forever. So I was a little bit late.
You forgot your phone.
Yeah, and yeah, I told you guys I forgot my phone, so that was also a thing. So we got there, went to the meeting. It was a good meeting. We went over our feedback form, and we always do like an icebreaker question. And this time around, we kept it real simple to just, we have mostly trainers, so we asked the question of what makes a top tier trainer? And then everybody answered it. And a lot of people were saying just like empathy and understanding and knowing where to scale somebody depending upon what their abilities are. And it was all good stuff. But what I noticed that we missed was the accountability of like documenting the process and the admin work and remembering to like keep track of what you're doing with your clients. Because all my trainers are doing great and like their clients are improving. But if you don't get it on paper, you don't get it on a composition scan, you don't get it in logging and tracking weights and stuff like that, there may come a time where if they're just using the scale at home and that hasn't moved or they feel like they've plateaued and you don't have the receipts or the documentation to say, this is where you started, this is where we've gone, or this is the goals that you said you wanted to set, a lot of times that can be a place where a client may think nothing's happening, even though you as a coach know that a lot has happened. But keeping track of those things and, continuing to motivate, hold people accountable. And I always remind them that their friends and family are going to be the ones to take it easy or tell them to take rest days or you can have the food of this, whatever. That's not your job as a coach. Your job is to help them get to the destination that they designated and use your experience and knowledge to fill in the gaps where they just don't know. But that's what they hired you for. So we had a lot of good feedback, a lot of good conversations. I've got seasoned coaches. I got brand new coaches. I got coaches from different disciplines. But ultimately, it went really well. And then we spent the next hour or so just deep cleaning the gym, getting all the dust bunnies and things that are kind of neglected in our day-to-day cleaning. Yeah, that was a lot of it. But because I was running late and I had to get kind of like right into the meeting just because they take time if you have a lot of discussion. We had a lot of slides to go through. So that's why you guys didn't see that. And then I also put up a couple of our transformation boards from last year of people who've had great transformations so here's the thing with that. I got one up. I had 3 I had to hang up. I don't need you laughing. Here's the thing about that.
You chose to film. I was already sitting.
Because I got to close out the video. I had 3 boards to put up. I put one of them up like a month ago, maybe even like 2 months ago. And I had 2 others that I had just like on display. And here's my thing. I don't like short heights. And what I mean by short heights is, let's say, like, yeah, like 2 to 5 stories makes me super nervous. I hate it. Above 5 stories, because I know it's probably going to kill me, I'm like, it is what it is. Roll the dice. It doesn't bother me. But like getting on a ladder just to go like...
That is not true. When
maybe 10 feet.
Skydiving? Yeah, boy.
That's a whole different thing. That's a whole different thing. Anyways. So yeah, it took a long time. I get up on the ladder and I get real shaky and I'm like not holding my breath, but cleansing like every muscle in my body. So it's a stressful thing, but they're up. So everybody's happy. It's done. I won't have to do it again until we get another round of transformation boards and stuff like that. But I'm going to close the video out here. I appreciate you guys for sticking around. If you haven't yet, like this video, go and hit a subscribe. This video probably had a lot of fitness in it, but as I've mentioned, I'm giving y'all all I got, and then we're going to test some things out. We're going to keep making this content, and over time, you'll just see me get better and better and teach you more, and you'll understand more, and my content will get better. I'll get braver with the camera in public spaces, but we're doing this thing. Continue to learn and grow with me, you guys. Don't forget to be the best you because the world needs that. If you want to grab a Dad Gang hat for yourself or someone you love who's being a good dad, you can use the link in the description to get 15% off. Oh, did I talk about that? I don't know if I mentioned this blog, but y'all know I've been on my Plant Daddy era. So tomorrow, us and Sydney and Andrew are going to go to a little like plant fair thing and then grab some like food afterwards. So nice little group trip to get out and hang out for a little bit. But I love you guys and I will see you in the next one.